morning. Today we're going to be talking about how we take custom Photoshop paintbrushes and use them to create painted imagery that samples the shadows, midtones, and highlights from an existing image. So, first step, you've made your paintbrush. Then once that paintbrush is created, you go to Edit, Define Brush Preset, save that brush, and it will show up as a usable brush in Photoshop in your brush library. After that, you're going to create a new document. This is going to be a normal size document, so something kind of large, 16 by 20-ish is totally fine. And you're going to need a black background layer, your original art, and you're going to change that original art or photograph to grayscale. All of that can be seen in earlier videos. After that, you're going to need 1, 2, 3 layers. One for your shadows, one for your midtones, and one for your highlights. So to get started, I'm going to click and select my grayscale layer. And the steps are pretty simple. From here, so long as you have your custom paintbrush already selected, you're going to go to Select, Color Range, and this menu is going to pop up. Then, if I want to start with my highlight area, I'm going to click on the sample colors, choose Highlights, and then adjust the fuzziness and the range so that you get exactly the amount of highlight that you want. I want a smaller amount of highlights. I want this to be a little bit more particular. So I'm going to adjust it until the image looks pretty good. Press OK. And you'll notice it's selecting now those bright areas within the picture. So next I'm going to click on my highlight layer and using a light color in my color picker, stamp in the information. And I want to use a large brush. Maybe even a slightly lighter color just to make sure I have some variation in there. And in the smaller areas, a really tiny detailed brush so you can see what's going on. Alright, so if I hide my photo layer, now you can start to see that the image is already building. This is just my highlight layer and my black background. Next I'm going to go to my midtone layer, and for this first one we're going to be creating a monochromatic color scheme, which means shades of one color. So since I have a yellowish in my color picker already, for this next one, I'm going to go back on my grayscale copy, select color range, I'm going to select midtones. Again, adjust the fuzziness to whatever you want. I think it looks pretty good. Go on my midtone layer, and the color that I'm going to choose should be in the middle, because it's a midtone. And again, I'm just going to stamp it in, varying the size of the brush, and the color a little bit, and of course the size. So eventually you're going to build an image that has the highlights, midtones, and shadows of what was your original image. Now if you do this on different layers, the nice part about this is when you do your next version, you can either choose from your color picker for the other color schemes we're going to do, and now it gets a complementary, or you can go to Image, Adjust, Hue Saturation, and use the slider to adjust the color to fit the value, the other color schemes. Alright, that's it.